Hey YouTube, this is Terrence Barker, and today we are talking about the importance of men within a child's life.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Alright YouTube, how you doing? This is Terrence Barker where I am my family's keeper, and today we are talking about the importance of men within a child's life. It's been a heavy burden on me, and I've been really thinking about coming out with this message, but I didn't really know how to tell it how in the first place. But after going out, spending time with my daughter, as I'm going to show in this video, and having fun, everything, it really brought me to the mindset of actually trying to talk about this subject. So just stay with me. This is going to be something that I have learned over time that could really help some people out, and also give you a little bit of a different perspective upon life. All right, YouTube, when it comes down to it, men are equally important. But to understand why it is not always seen like that, one of the main reasons is because how society looks at women and looks at men about how our roles are. Matter of fact, it is safe to say that there's a collective socialization of women as well as there's a collective socialization of men. And one of the things is that we are always said is that kind of puts men and women both within a box, within the selective gender roles. And it almost says we don't have as much value by putting each other in those boxes. A little bit of background on why this is a good story to me is because back in my day, there was a lot of single parent households within America. Why? Because of the rise on divorce rates, and then also at the same time the drug epidemic, and then the prison industrial complex that we have within America. So you basically had a lot of men go to prison, or when men had got into a divorce with a woman, the courtrooms would basically favor everything in the lady's position and say that she's more nurturing than the man is seen and saw as after that, and just basically take the kids away from them, and the woman would pretty much have sole custody over the children, and the man was lucky to have pretty much visitation for like weekends or so, especially in my time frame. But now things are kind of changing. But one of the reasons why it was like that is because of how we view women and men socially. I mean, we say that women are more team players, which means that men are not. Or that women are more nurturing, which means men aren't. That women are a little bit more social and understand emotion, which means that men can't. Which means that men had less value when it came to taking care of the home. Which, in the same respect, we did with men, and we also put women in a box, because we would say that men are leaders. And that what did that mean is that women aren't. That men are assertive, and we don't really deal with sadness or all that emotion. We just deal with, aggression, anger, or being very assertive, which means that women are not. Which men are protectors and providers, which meant women ain't. Which meant women had less value, and that they should just listen to men and follow the roles of men. I think that this socialization is what had put us into a box, but led to quite few areas of breaking up the family home and damaging with men and women, and also oppressing men and women. Reason being is because it showed that we had less value based upon those things, even though that they weren't true, but it made it seem it that way. So you didn't really have a measuring stick or seen value as a man in a household. But now as a man in a household, I kind of do. Reason being is because, like I said before, is that I am the measuring stick. I am the measuring tool that my child would see herself by.
One of the most overlooked jobs in the world is actually being a father. The reason being because back in my day, as a millennial, we had a lot of single parent households due to the divorce rate and the drug epidemic. So being a father wasn't really that important at that time, because it was really looked upon women as needed to raise and nurture children. But that has been a lie. I've seen a lot of change, and I've seen a lot of need for manhood these days. Fathers are needed and highly important. As a matter of fact, they're equally important as mothers. As a father with a little girl these days, I realize that I set the tone on what she is going to have a relationship with a man. So everybody that she meets, she's going to relate it to a father. Because I am the measuring tool that she is going to look for towards men. And if she doesn't get it from me, she'll get it from the street.
Now that we know that I am going to be the measuring stick or the measuring tool that my child sees myself by, and this works for both men, young men, and as well as young ladies or little girls. The reason being that is important is because that when my child looks at me, I am the first man that she sees in her life, or your child may see your husband or whatever in their life. And that means that they're going to gauge on this is their role, on what they respectively think that a man is. And I'm not just a provider of financial well-being. I do provide that for my family, but my wife could provide that too as well. But I am also a provider of communication and interaction with the men in a non-sexual way. I am someone to talk to and get an understanding of. And what your child needs is to learn how to have a healthy, reliable relationship with males in the non-street manner, because if they don't get it from you within the home, they're going to get it from the street, and the street doesn't play too nice. The street is going to show a lot of unhealthy ways, not only for little boys, which is they're very more likely to get locked up, but for little girls as well, because what will happen is if a little girl doesn't get have a healthy relationship with a man at a young age, later on she's going to learn the street way, and then the street way is normally, on your back or not in the right way. So what I've learned is that I am actually needed to not only set the tone on how to interact, because we do communicate differently. We do have a different style of brain and a different level of communication. Men communicate a little bit more directly than women, but it doesn't mean that we have less value. It just means that we are different, because biologically this is how we are. And I'm no scientific expert, but these are some of the things I do know. We're a little bit more direct. We're a little bit more empathetic in different areas, because women are empathetic too as well, but we have an empathy in different areas, because like a father may know your child's favorite toy or G.I. Joe by the name, or they might know the child's favorite game and play sports by the name, while the mother may know all not just the colors that the child wear, but the conversations they have about growing up, or know about the tools or the foods they like and stuff like that. Mothers mainly know about those kind of things. Why father knows about playing the games and having friends. So it's a totally different way of understanding. But we are both needed. And as a family's keeper, you're going to need to realize your importance on how much you are needed. You're the tone setter. You're the provider. You're not only that, you are the protector. You maintain your family. It's upkeep and their well-being. That's what keeping is about. And if you don't see yourself as somebody that's important, you're not going to be able to insert your role in a valuable way. And that's what this video is about. And as I went out with my daughter and we had fun and we were buying these toys and we were out and about, as you've seen, we were having fun and collecting good memories. And also in the video, what you see is that she wanted to go to her favorite place to go get ice cream, a place that I took her when she was 4 years old. This is a memory that stayed with her since then, that she still holds value upon. Why? Because she's holding on not to the flavor of the ice cream, so to say, although she does love ice cream, but she's holding on to the memory of somebody that she sees special, which is daddy. And I didn't understand it at first, but that's what she's trying to replay. A very special time and a very special day we had when we were going out and we ate ice cream and we went out flying the kite at the park and we played and had fun at the park, and then later on got pizza. It was one of the first times that she really got to go out and spend time with dad and wasn't really cooped up with mom. And almost every day off, she's trying to replay that because of the important role that I have. We got value. But y'all, that's my little rant, and then I'm gonna have to go deeper into another video about this, so it might be a 2-part series. But other than that, peace.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.